John stood frozen. Yesterday, a hurricane had erased everything he owned. If wood had failed once, why build the same house again?
John had traveled before. He remembered seeing concrete homes that looked almost indestructible. Still choosing wood. Unable to hold back his curiosity, John asked a builder, "Why wood?"
Because rebuilding fast can save lives.
That answer raised even more questions.
John watched two houses being built side by side. Days passed. The wooden house was already finished. The brick house hadn't even reached the roof.
All right, drive safe. Copy that. This costs much less than bricks or concrete.
Mike led John into one of America's giant sawmills. In minutes, enormous trees became perfectly cut building materials.
Now you see why wood is always available.
Watch what happens when I start the simulation. Just when John thought he had the answer, showed him unexpected. During earthquakes, wooden homes bend instead of breaking. That changed everything.
Sarah pointed at the results.
Wood moves with the ground. Brick resists the movement until it suddenly breaks.
John finally understood why strength isn't always about being harder. John smiled as everything finally made sense. America doesn't build with weak, it builds with wood because it's fast, affordable, abundant, and engineered to perform.
As winter arrived, John expected the wooden house to feel freezing. But the moment he stepped inside, Sarah smiled.
There's another secret hidden inside these walls. Sarah pointed to the walls. Wood naturally slows the transfer of heat. Combined with insulation, it keeps homes comfortable in winter and cooler during summer. Then Sarah revealed something John never expected. Better insulation often means lower heating and cooling costs. Suddenly, wood wasn't just saving builders money, it could save homeowners money too.
Mike handed John a new wooden board. If one section is damaged, we simply replace it. John realized repairs could often be faster and easier than rebuilding an entire brick wall.
John looked around the neighborhood with new eyes. But one final mystery still remained. Why do countries continue building with brick?
If wood is so good, why don't all countries build houses this way?
Because every country builds with what nature gives them. Sarah explained that America and Canada have enormous forests, making wood easy to find. In many other countries, clay and stone were easier to obtain, so brick became the smarter choice.
When the first settlers arrived, forests were everywhere. But brick factories were almost nowhere. So they built with what they had, wood. Standing between a centuries-old log cabin and a modern house, John realized something incredible. The technology had changed, but America's trust in wood had never disappeared.
John finally understood the full story. America didn't choose wood because it was the only option. It's her. Aren't wooden houses a huge risk? Just when John thought he'd learned everything, another question crossed his mind. If these homes are made of wood, aren't they a huge fire risk?
Modern wooden homes aren't just bare wood. These layers of fire-resistant drywall and insulation are designed to slow the spread of flames.
The test surprised John. The modern wall resisted the fire much longer.
Today's building codes are very different from the past. Sarah reminded John that safety isn't just about the building material. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, strict building codes, and emergency planning all help protect families.
John smiled. He had started this journey believing wooden homes were outdated and fragile. Now he knew, but one final surprise was still waiting for him.
If America keeps using so much wood, won't the forests disappear? That's what most people think.
But the real answer is very different. Sarah explained that many forests are carefully managed. As older trees are harvested, new ones are planted, helping ensure future supplies of timber.
Today's wooden homes are part of a much bigger idea. Building communities that are efficient, comfortable, and designed for the future. John looked across the neighborhood and realized every answer connected to the next. Wood wasn't chosen for just one reason: practicality, working together.
John finally had his answer. American houses aren't engineering. Sometimes, the strongest choice isn't the hardest material.
Within minutes, the house started taking shape. John couldn't believe an entire wall could be installed so quickly.
These homes don't just build fast. They also help families stay warm during harsh winters.
John realized wooden homes had changed for centuries. Every generation made them stronger, safer, and smarter. John finally smiled. The secret wasn't that wood was better than brick. It was simply the smartest choice for America. John was shocked. Even multi-million-dollar American mansions are often built with wood. Price isn't the reason builders choose another material.
Sarah explained that modern engineered wood is making even taller buildings possible than ever before.
John realized the answer wasn't about one material always being better. Different places face different challenges and use different solutions. Everything John had learned pointed to one truth. America's homes reflect its history, resources, and the way its communities are built. Now you know the real reason. America builds with wood not by accident, but because it makes sense for the country. Which fact surprised you the most? John noticed something incredible. Most wooden homes were still standing.
Flexibility can be just as important as strength. Wood also makes repairs and upgrades much easier than solid brick construction. It is very efficient.
Watching the family, John realized a house isn't just about walls. It's about keeping people safe and comfortable every day.
Every material has its place.
The best choice depends on where and how you build.
John finally understood. America builds with wood because it fits America's needs. And sometimes, the smartest solution is the one that seems the most surprising.
Another advantage? Repairs can often be completed much faster than rebuilding heavy masonry homes.
As the days passed, the wooden house finished first. John finally understood why speed matters so much in home construction.
Wood isn't perfect for every country, but for America, it has proven to be an excellent choice.
John's journey began with one simple question. Now he understood that every home tells a story shaped by its environment. The mystery was solved. America builds with wood because it matches the country's history, resources, climate, and engineering. The smartest answer is also the simplest.
Wooden homes are still evolving. Tomorrow's houses will be smarter, greener, and even more energy efficient. Sarah explained, "Engineered wood like CLT is incredibly strong and is opening new possibilities for future buildings."
Wood isn't just for houses anymore. New technology is making larger wooden buildings possible too.
Construction itself is changing. Robots and smart technology are making wooden homes faster and more precise than ever.
John realized the real purpose of every house is simple: to give families a safe and comfortable place to call home.
Different countries build differently because their history, climate, resources, and needs are different.
There isn't one perfect building material. Every country chooses what works best for its own conditions.
John saw the entire journey come together. From forests to families, every step had a purpose. Mike smiled. Sarah nodded. John finally understood that every choice in construction has a reason behind it. So the next time you see an American wooden house, you'll know it's not just tradition. It's the result of history, resources, engineering, and smart design working together.